nobody out.
The center fielder.
Victor Robles digging in now. He'll get things started here in the second half of the sixth.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Anytime you're battling the score is even, you've got to get on base to manufacture some offense. He'll take that every day of the week.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And digging into bat next, the ever-dangerous Juan Soto. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
Count now a ball and a strike. Robles gets his lead at first, nobody out. But this is speared by the first baseman, and he will hasten his way back to first where he's in there safely.
The right fielder, number 2, Adam Eaton.
So a runner at first now with one away, and the next to bat is speedy Adam Eaton. Strike one to start the at-bat. Comes set and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. No runs, just one hit, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Hayward has a read on it. 2 gone.
Up next for Washington, the first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Now the first pitch here from Lester. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second, and Zimmerman has a base hit. Happ scoops it up. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Here's Starlin Castro. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0-for-2 from him so far in this one. And that last pitch was number 74 for Lester in this one. Count even now at 1-1. 1-1. Here it is. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive it a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Count is even at 2-2 to Starlin Castro. And strike 3 called as he says, "You got to be kidding me," with the side retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Thursday night baseball. And that brings up Javi Baez. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And this is off the fence now out near the Washington bullpen. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Now batting.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
In now, Kyle Schwarber, fouled off. He's 0-for-2 in the ballgame so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
And the runner's breaking for third. Got him swinging. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
What's that saying? You play to win the game? Well, that was a big roll of the dice to steal third. But it looks pretty genius now that it worked out. Now they just need to execute at the plate and get that go-ahead run home.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive, base hit to right. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he is in there.
Well, we've been treated to a neck-and-neck game so far, and the last thing anybody wants is for a misplayed ball to be the difference. But that's where we're at right now as the error leads to the go-ahead run.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
Here's the 1-1. 2 balls and a strike.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Counts even to Hayward. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
Grounded up the first baseline. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runner will advance to third now.
The center fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
Digging in now, Ian Happ, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
Count 1-0.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
Ready with the 2-0. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Soto will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Cubs 1 and the Nationals 0. Stepping in, Kurt Suzuki. He'll be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And it's fouled away. Bullet back up the middle. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
Here now is his Drupal Cabrera. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball left outside.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. This one's down to third. Bryant's got it. On to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
And that misses inside 1-0. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And he fouls this one off. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Left fielder is on the move, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And a fastball's in there for strike one. And they go away here. It's a called strike. 0-2.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch, or he's going to start getting hurt.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Cubbies. Daniel Hudson has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Striding into the box, Daniel Descalzo comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Up with it now is Kendrick. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Steven Souza is into the on-deck circle now as he'll pinch hit for the pitcher, Lester.
Steven Souza Jr.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Eaton is after it. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
The batter. Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Here's Chris Bryant now. Career line against Daniel Hudson. Not great. He's 1 for 8. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. Zimmerman is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Rowan Wick is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 50.
So coming to the plate, Victor Robles. We'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
1 ball, no strikes to count. 2-0 to the Nationals center fielder.
You'll hear me say this time after time up here in the booth. You fight so hard to get into these counts. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. They don't happen often. This is a huge spot. Count leverage. Look for him to get loose on a fastball right here.
Lays off the breaking pitch, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you gotta find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike 1.
Hey, great job pounding the zone. Strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, you got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
The 0-1 delivery.
1-1.
Nobody out, runner on first. Fouled away. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Gets him looking up around the letters.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is straining him on base. And now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 0-1. Here's the pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
No runs, 3 hits. 1 error thus far for the Nationals. 2-1.
Looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hap will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman. Bryant.
So 2 down now in the Washington 8th, and that'll bring up the power-hitting first baseman Ryan Zimmerman. And a ball 1-0.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
1-1.
A runner on first with 2 away. And there he goes towards second. Pitch is high. The throw. It's wide, and he's in there with the stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
He's set. The 2-2. To short, hit hard. Baez has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1 left for Washington. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Into the box, Anthony Rizzo, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. One and one, the count to the Cubs' first baseman. Now here it comes. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
I'll tell you, he just doesn't look comfortable in the box to me tonight. He's been off balance with his swings, and that one completely tied him up.
He pulls this one into right. Eaton is there, and he has it for the out.
The batter, number 9.
Now to the plate, Javier Bryant. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. A ball and no strikes. One out, nobody on. Popped him up. Zimmerman is there for it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for the Cubs, the left fielder.
Striding in, Kyle Schwarber. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Ready with the 0-1 pitch, and right into the shift. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they're up 1-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
9th inning save situation coming up now as they'll entrust Craig Kimbrell with the baseball here as he'll try and close things out. So here's Starlin Castro. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
No balls and a strike to count. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
0-2 count and the pitch. And strike 3 called on a fastball that looked inside from here, but that's out number 1.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
To the plate now, Kurt Suzuki. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Digging in the switch hitter, Asdrubal Cabrera. They'll be looking for something that could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Barring any late turnaround, the win would belong to John Lester. A ball and a strike now. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Now Cabrera swings and misses on a good pitch that time as he's rung up for out number 2.
That's a big strike out there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 4 home runs and a dozen RBIs. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2 out with a man at first. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Last strike now for the Nats. 2-2 is a changeup that misses. 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
And that 1 run held up tonight. 1-0 the final. The Cubbies jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. John Lester gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Patrick Corbin is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. Craig Kimbrell hammers down the save, his 5th of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.